Hello YouTube, welcome on this fine day, and this is my Inniaz the Gale Force Historic Brawl deck. This deck aims to win by tempoing out the opponent with a bunch of counterspells and flash creatures. The deck plays like a mix of mono blue tempo and simic flash basically, where we play Staggering Insight or Curiosity, Curious Obsession, see that octopus on a creature, get value that way, and protect it. And most of our flyers that are above 1 mana actually have flash, the only exception being Skycat Sovereign, because this is just a really strong card overall in the flyers deck. And we can create 1/1s at instant speed at their end step as well. And another thing to note is that I don't run the Anthem effects because this is not the deck for it, I believe. They're at sorcery speed, and that is their main problem, right? The favorable winds, I believe it's called, and the eagle. Yeah, I don't run those. As for the mana base, I do have a lot more blue in here, but I still believe that many planes are important to hit these 1 and 2 drops consistently with the white mana. Also, it's about 90% blue in the deck, so it is really almost like mono blue, right? But yeah, the white is very important for the deck overall, with the Stagger Insight, Aven Mindcensor cast out, just good cards in general. And the commander is Inniaz because it is a payoff for flyers, and it's just threatening overall, right? Because if we don't like, this deck has problems closing out, and Inniaz does just about that, right? And we can basically decide what threat we want to let them like resolve and what not, and then just take the one threat we let resolve, right? And then close the game out from there. This can also steal their commander, which is backbreaking for a lot of decks. And one thing to note is that we choose a non-land permanent and we don't target a non-land permanent, so we can get around hex by doing that, which is really amazing. But yeah, I hope you will enjoy the deck. I will see you in the upcoming games, and have fun. Our first opponent is going to play the Locust God, which is going to be interesting. I think this hand is fine overall. Doesn't have a 1-drop, but it's keepable. We have counterspells or a creature. Faerie Vandal is pretty nice with an enchantment that draws you a card when it hits. Right. We do have the counterspell or the Faerie Vandal now. Yep, flash that in. And now we are going off. We could like grow the Vandal here with the Shark Typhoon, but I want to have the Unwind available into the Obstructionist. Yep. So we want to prevent them to ramp to the Locust God. So we do this, and then flash in the Obstructionist. Pretty nice. Okay. I will swing in, and I think I'm just... Here's the thing, right? I could activate the Healer's Orc, like play the Healer's Orc, and then maybe have a smaller Shark Typhoon available. Like, it depends, right? I don't think I want to counter something necessarily. So, like, if I counter something, this is a worse play. But if I don't counter something, this is a better play, basically. And also, if we just cycle the Shark Typhoon, we can just swap things around and steal something as well. Like that, right? But is that something we need to steal? Probably. Or maybe we want to counter it. Because they can probably cycle something here to get a bunch of card draw as well. Like we are likely just stealing the Locust God, right? So we counter this. And then we don't use the Shark Typhoon as well. Yeah. Okay. Healer's Orc, sure. And we swing in. Sure. Yeah, enter. Let's just fake them out, basically. And maybe we draw land and... Okay, got Eternal Cabinet. Yep, and we are going to take that. Okay, game, please. Ah, perfect. Cycling. And we create a flyer at its speed, and now we can play Inniaz and get ourselves a sweet, sweet God Eternal Cabinet as well. I trade this. Yep. And if they play the Locust God here, yeah, that's a good game. If they play the Locust God, we just swap the Omen of the Seas for that, which is hysterical. We return our own Healer's Hawk to our hand, and then we just going to play the Omen as well, right? Decline. Okay, yeah, give me that, thank you. And we will Omen, draw a card for the Faerie Guidemother. I think we don't need a land, I don't think we need the Herald, and just some counter magic here and there is fine. And we just swap the Omen with the Royal Science. And this is the power of Inniaz with closing out the game and just stealing the threats if we run out of counterspells basically, or just decide to not use them and hold them up for later. GG. We are playing against the Locust God. And this hand would be nice if we had a one drop, like really nice, but I don't think we can keep a no creature hand in this case. This is better, but not exactly what we wanted. But the Mystical Dispute is going to come in handy in this matchup. Now we basically only need to draw a white source off the top. Sensor is fine, we can cycle that in the end step. Lock it. We could unwind into sensor, we could utilize the sensor now. It's difficult. I think I'm just going to use the sensor for value now. Ah, another card that utilizes our non-existent white mana. Lovely. I mean, at this point any land is fine because we can that. Oh, perfect. Yeah. As I said, any land is fine because now we can activate the Ventress. And we are... okay, they're going to use their Ominous Seas. We are probably going to use the Ventress in their end step to get a few creatures or draw engines going and whatnot. So far this game seems to be okay. Yeah, that's a no for me, but I can't decide what no it is. I think I'm going to use the cast out on that. But maybe I want to just dispute it. It's difficult because, like, I don't want them to draw cards, and they can easily do that if we let the real resolve. So I don't think I want to let them draw cards here. Yep. And I think I'm going to cycle the cast out in this case to get the creature. Or a Staggering Insight, isn't that lovely? Yep. Get you online. Ah, perfect. Well, almost perfect, to be honest. If it was a white source, this would have been perfect. Okay, they're going probably just going to get the Scarab God going. But maybe they don't want to do that. Depends. Like, they know that we likely have a counterspell, but we just don't have the right counterspell in hand currently. Ah yes, perfect. We're fine with that, to be honest. Like, that just grows. Okay, here's the thing. We can just... I don't think we care about that Chandra, to be honest. Like, at all, right? So we're just going to swing in with the Stormtamer face. To draw a card here. Yep. Give me that card. Nice. And with the post deploy, we can create 2 1/1s in this case. And then we have the Inniaz triple attack ready to go if they play the Scarab God here. Also shouldn't have played my land beforehand. I should have, like, now I can't protect my deploy with Dovin's Veto. Well, I'm going to protect it with Unwind now, but... Okay. Okay, Caffeinated is coming down. That is fair. And still not caring about the Chandra, to be honest. Yep.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
Pass turn. And in their end step, I'm going to... Well, that's weird. It has the 2 mana on the top right instead of the 4 mana. Would be a pretty good card for 2 mana, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to create 2 tokens here. And then I have the... I can't drop Inniaz here with counterspell backup. With Unwind as well. Yep. And that is good game. GG. We are up against 5 mana Teferi, and this is going to be a very interesting matchup. And this is a very interesting hand for that matter. Oh boy. Yes. This is perfect. If we can get this staggering insight on this Faerie Guidemother to stick and then just... Really depends. Like, they can't counter it. They have to bounce the Guidemother. So let's make them have the bounce right now. And if they can't draw it, they are in big trouble. Oh yes. So they destroyed the tapped Guidemother by destruction effect. Signet. Okay. Okay. Nice. We draw and draw and draw all day and end the turn here. End step, we are going to... Yes. We are just going to... I mean, this is perfect for us, to be honest, but we're just going to bounce. So here's the thing, we can increase the clock with the Obstructionist, or we can just bounce the Signet. I think we're going to Obstructionist now, then in our turn bounce it with the Brazen Borrower, and then in their turn we have the Dovin's Veto for the board wipes. I think that's what we're going to do, right? Or if they play Fable Passage or something like that, we can Obstructionist that, and with cycling we have 1 additional card to play. If we, however, bounce the Signet now, we can use our Sorcery Speed Cat. I think I'm just still going to do this. Okay, swing in and have a nice clock ticking. Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, we are not going to do anything here. Unfortunate. Because we only have one blue, and we really need that blue for the Doven speeder here. Yep. We put a charge counter on the Mirrodin's core, and now it is online as well. And yeah, I think bouncing the Signet seems like a great plan here. Perfect. Also, maybe, I don't know. Depends, right? If they have Wrath of God, we are in trouble. But if they don't, that is just fine. Yeah, Faerie Duelists. And yeah, that is a good game. Their own rule of law benefited, was a real benefit in this game. GG. Our next opponent is going to be Tatyova. And the card we really want to get in this matchup is going to be Aven Mindcensor. Faerie Duelist, Quench, Unwind. And a bunch of white. I mean, in theory, these cards just play nicely. But do they play nicely enough? I think they do. I think we can allow us some things here. Ah yes, perfect. Just what we want to see out of our turn 1. That was just perfect. Because that also counters something like mass manipulation or whatnot, right? Ah, perfect. Yeah, we swing in. We probably quench their ramp. In this case. Oh, they don't ramp. Perfect. Faerie Duelist. They use their Growth Spiral now? I think they should use Growth Spiral here. Okay, they don't. And we swing in. Or maybe, yeah, it was probably a Counterspell, not a Growth Spiral. Really. Unwind. They really don't have anything. Well, if they don't have anything, we're just going to keep the Counterspells. Right? Yeah, Opt is just what we want here. This way they... I don't think we want... Like, in theory we want another flyer, right? Oh, well, yeah, if we... Because we have another land, right? We attack here. If they play Tatyova, we are just going to flash in another flyer and swap the Tatyova, and that really invalidates their whole deck, basically. Which is going to be great. Jace, Word of Mysteries, we are going to unwind that, I believe. Unwind or Quench. I think Quench, while we can draw value out of it, is a decent choice. It is a decent choice here. Okay, Spell Priest, that's fair. At least that's out of their hand, right?
Are they yours or mine? It's a matter of giving.
Oh, never mind. That is the Duelist, not the other. I was when I played the Duelist initially, I was thinking about the other Flash guy that does something. Okay. We swing in. Yeah, just swing face. And we have the Unwind plus the Sensor up. They tried to mill us here, which is interesting. Like, I don't mind that. I think it's overall beneficial for us because of the Pteramander. Sure, Reclaimer. And Grow from the Ashes. I think I'm going to unwind that. Then untap double blue. Yeah, okay, negate. That's fair. They do want to ramp after all. Also good call by the opponent here. Yeah, we can start going for the let's just start going face, to be honest. Like, I don't mind. Yeah, sure. And let's end the turn. If they want to mass manipulation us, we have the Siren Stormtamer. If they want to do something funky, yeah, sure. Okay, they play the Tatyova. That is fine by us, to be honest. If we play the Censor here, they can't fetch another land with the Reclaimer, but I think I'm just going to like use the Censor to protect the Inniaz drop, essentially. They draw a lot of cards, but we are also able to swap the Tatyova in this case, so that is also quite nice. And we do get to Singer plus activate Cat as well. Okay. Maybe, just maybe, they have something. It is the Reclaimer probably, right? But so much damage is that? Think. Yeah, I can just Singer here. It's fine. If they bounce something here like the Skycat Sovereign, that is fine, because then we can use the Inniaz to steal that Tatyova. Yeah, Syncopate. Yeah, sure. Perfect. And then we play Inniaz and sure. I think swing everything at Jace and swap the Cat with the Tatyova. Also, we tapped wrong. Oh no, we couldn't have tapped otherwise, right? But yeah, give me that. Give me that Tatyova. I very much like that card.
Now we've got a fight on our
Oh damn, because it's swapped beforehand. Oh, okay, so I misplayed. Sorry for that. Yeah, but now we don't have blue up for the for things to do, basically, right? Beanstalk, search land, sure. Okay. Yeah, we need to close it out. I think the attack on Jace was bad, to be honest. That was just plain unnecessary and bad. Oh well. They get more lands, sure. We can cast out something and then switch the cast out, which is also nice, right? Perfect. Let's draw land. Something here, right? And sure. Let's play a bit more conservative. Let's tap it like this. Cast out. And give me the world. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the World Shaper here. And is that enough for lethal? One, two, three, five. Yeah, that is enough for lethal. GG. Good game. We are playing against Demonlord Belzenlok, removal tribal, and this is not the hand for us. We don't have anything early to drop. The counterspell suit is nice. If this was something like a 1-drop, I would probably keep it, right? But yeah, this is better. This is perfectly fine. We drop. Take the Pteramander because it's sorcery speed. This is just great seeing this from them, because that means they can't have double black things now. Oh, they do this though. Huh. Yeah, let's attack. We can do everything at instant speed. We can counter the Belzenlok ability though, which is hilarious, but also we don't need to do that anyways. Well, that's going to be annoying. That is certainly going to be annoying. Yeah, that's just not nice for us. So I'm thinking of bottoming this right now, but I think we need the land drop end. Oh, it's annoying. Yeah, I think I'm going to cycle the Obstructionist as well, like if they want to ping the Pteramander in the air. I might as well let the oh, god damn it. Okay, they didn't attack first for some reason. I think I'm just going to lofty denial that, because it's big, it's in the air, and that's just even more annoying than the red presence. Land drop, sure. We're going to Spectral Sailor. Also shouldn't have done it in their end step anyways, but doesn't matter. Yeah, the dread presence is something that is very, very hard to deal with for us. Ah, and missing the land drop here was super brutal as well. Like, just land drop, and I think we would have been finer in the long run, but yeah, now we need to nimble Obstructionist the dread presence trigger. Yep. Counter you. Oh, we're just... oh, it's not looking good. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is the card that just dictates the whole matchup, basically, and we can't seem to get around it right now. Play you, pass the turn. If they don't have another... obviously they have another swamp here, right? They should kill the sailor, I believe. Oh well. I'm just struggling to get my 3 creatures and the mana required onto the battlefield. Yeah, they're going to eliminate that as well. Oh, we're going to negate that. Ah. Yeah, well. And if we... like, if they have another swamp but we don't have something to bounce here, we are in trouble. They have what? 1, 2, yeah, they have a bunch of mana. They sacrifice that and get it back. No, yeah, and get the Spawn of Man back to the hand. Yeah, big flyers are really annoying for us. We don't draw land, so that is GG. Good game. We are up against Vraska. And this seems like a decent starting hand. 1 drop, quenches, fun all around the board. Sure, let's keep it. They have a 1 drop Death Toucher. How unexpected. Do they have more? That is the question. Temple of Milady. And a Thoughtseize hitting us. So this is kind of annoying because now they know what we have. I think they don't like the Skycat Sovereign here, but the Quench is also a fair option. Like if they don't take the Skycat, we are just liking... oh, they take the Depose Deploy, interesting. Yeah, let's just play the Skycat in this case. And swing in. Sure. And now they have to spend resources to kill the cat. Okay, Hooded Blightfang. That keeps their life total nice and high in this matchup. And... I think we're just going to do this right. Swing in here for 4. They swing in for 2 but gain 2. They're going to play the Vraska. Okay, they're going to play the Vampire of the Diamond, playing around it. I mean, after all, they know we have it, right? I mean, this is fine, right? Yeah, go to my turn, and yeah, swing it with the team. 4-5, I believe. Sure. Murderous Rider, we are going to quench that. Yep. And if they play the Vraska, we're just going to Brazen Borrower that. And if they decide to go to combat first without making a token. So now we have the option of bouncing the Blightfang or the Vraska. I think Blightfang just is so much... Now the Vraska has to be the pick here, right? Because now they don't get the counters on the creatures, which is going to speed up the clock considerably. Okay. We cast out the Blightfang, but first and foremost we are going to attack them. And the turn. And if they Vraska again, we are going to take the Blightfang. Oops, I let them attack. That was a mistake. Yeah, now we're just going to do this. Activate the Skycat and block the Vampire. Assassin's Trophy, that is actually fine. Yep, take a blue source. And now we could just take their Blightfang by not blocking here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Sure. Yep, you and you. Thank you. It is interesting. I think I should have removed the Blightfang way earlier in this matchup. And I go to 2. I don't imagine they have any more reach in this case, right? So what happens now is I'm going to... Yep, resolve.
I've done things I'm not proud of.
They can't use that Pteramander in this case, which is lovely, right? Cast out is going to take the Fulmarinite, I guess. Like I'm doing the cast out right now because I want to swap that with something, or maybe I'm just going to use the Vraska myself here. I mean, that is also a thing, right? So in that case, I'm going to take the Assassin to attack with the Blightfang. Nah, let's just... I think I'm going to attack the Vraska, right? And I want to have the untapped blocker, to be honest, and then... Yeah, block the Vampire. So now I'm going to attack here. Yeah, all face. It's interesting. It is interesting. Like, I can obviously take the Vraska, right? And then just make a 1/1 myself. Or just kill the Vraska in this case. That way they lose a lot of tempo as well. I think I'm going to kill the Vraska here. And then take the 1/1. Yep. Switch you around. And we have the Singer, like if they somehow remove this, give this more power, it doesn't matter. We have the Singer, right? We are safe. And then we have the Omen to swap again later on. And we're getting life with their own Blightfang as well. Okay. If they swing in. Oh, yep. They would get back the Knight here, but at the same time, we don't lose anything from that because it goes to 0 power. Or below 0, I'd rather say, right? And then it doesn't matter too much. Except that's flying now. Right? Oh no, it's not flying. Anyways. Inniaz seems like a great target for this. And if we swing in, that is... Oh, did we miss lethal? I think so, right? 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we missed lethal. Oops. Whoops. So let's just 1, 2, 3. Yeah, activate the Omen first to make, like, give them the Omen. In this case, oh yeah, perfect. And the Disdainful Stroke is just what we want on top here. And give me your sweet flyer. Perfect. And the turn, and now we have the choice between Brazen Borrower and Disdainful Stroke, even though we missed lethal, because we played this directly inside here. Oh well. Call of the Death Dweller is fine, and that is good game. Yep. GG. Oh, interesting matchup. Also kind of similar artworks. Anyways. Curious. Drawing 1 white would be the optimal thing here. But other than that, this hand is just nice. 1 drop, go. Let's see. Spell Pierce would, I think, be the best draw here. Curious Obsession. Yeah, let's drop the Curious Obsession and then have a threat with that around that they have to remove, essentially. Let's draw. Sure. And end the turn. And we can flash in the Spectral Sailor at the end step, and then... Like, they will likely just remove the assistant here. So maybe I should have dropped the Curiosity instead of the Curious Obsession, because I think, like, with the second enchantment I may get more leverage out of the... Yeah, I thought that might happen here. We also made them use the Mirrodin's Core here, which is great, right? Spectral Sailor, they kind of have an op probably. Oh yes, Spell Pierce, perfect. Perfect. All attack and land. Yes. Oh damn, I'm so good at magic. Look at me. Okay. They can't drop the Bolas here, which is nice, right? Do we drop the Omen, or do we let down... They don't have black up, so I'm quite comfortable dropping the Omen here. Yeah, I mean, they could have... Like, could have Shock or something like that. Am I fine with double land or just 1 land? I think I'm just fine doing this. Sure. And then go to the next turn. Perfect. Swing in, pass the turn. Yep. And I think we're... Yeah, let's just drop the Stormtamer to make things even more awkward here. And let's end the turn. And if they, like, use Mirrodin's Core, drop a Black Source, and play the Bolas, we can Spell Pierce the Bolas. Okay, they can't play the Bolas, which is super nice here. They can play Hour of Devastation. Anger of the Gods. Sure. We are going to Dovin's veto that, I believe. Yeah, 100%. Not going to let that one resolve, to be honest. And yeah, sure. So they still can't play Bolas next turn, but I still want to like be able to spell pierce that. Maybe I'm just going to bounce the Guardian Idol with the Brazen Borrower right now to play around Chandra, kind of. No, I can't play around Chandra anyways. Well, it depends, like, if they have a land or not. But if they Chandra... Yeah, if they Chandra here, we can, like... When they activate the minus, we can just use the Obstructionist. And then... Then what? Yeah, we're missing one mana to do that. I think it's fine to... Yeah, yeah, let's just swing it first. See what we draw. That may be wildly relevant. Yep, take... Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, we can end the turn. If they Chandra, we can Obstructionist, Faerie Duelist, kill the Chandra. Liliana, yeah, not going to... Okay, yeah, I think... Yeah, this is the part where we just use the Obstructionist, right? And then... Yeah, Nimble Obstructionist, counter that trigger. Draw a card, and yeah, we flash into Duelist, right? And then we play Inniaz with Spell Pierce backup as well, right? We play Inniaz, swap the Omen with the Liliana, and also Spell Pierce. Yep. Good game. And you, in this situation, you could also swap the Curiosity with the Liliana. That is also a possibility. If you don't want to sacrifice a flyer, basically. GG. We are playing against the Scarab God. This hand is fine. I guess I keep it. Question is, do we get the Tapland out of the way right now or over the course of the next turns? I think it's fine to just like Hey, but Jukabog, wildly irrelevant. Yeah, I think with this we have enough breathing room, like in the lands that we're about to drop, that we can afford to drop the Healer's Hawk on turn 1 to get a bit of tickly pressure in. Sure. So I'm going to play the Skycat Sovereign now instead of this of the Staggering Insight on something, because I value the Staggering Insight more than the Sovereign as well. Okay, Curiosity, that is quite a draw. And I think we can just spread everything out here. Here's the thing, I don't know, like, this seems like Zombie Tribal, and I don't think they have board wipes. Like, I don't think they have an upcoming board wipe if they do this, right? Still, I'm inclined to just Curiosity on the Healer's Hawk and just leave it at that. So I'm just going to do that. And yep, draw a card. And yeah, end the turn. We have a bunch of options here. Like, if they remove the Healer's Hawk, we can end step Faerie Duelist. Ravenous Chupacabra. Okay. That is fair. Yeah, sure. And they have to decide what to get rid of. Sure. We drop another flyer here. And we drop the Staggering Insight onto the Duelist, because the Sovereign is just a threat by itself, and I don't care too much about the additional life that the Sovereign provides. Okay, draw a card. And at this point, here's the thing. I think I'm inclined, like, if I drop the untapped farmland, if I drop the plains, that means I'm very likely to cycle the farmland. if I'm dropping the farmland, I'm just having the choice between Opt or Spectral Sailor. If they drop the Scarab God, I may want to have more pressure, because each flyer we have represented at least 2 damage, because that's 1 damage by the flyer and 1 damage that the Sovereign also gets, right? And I think I want to guarantee the curve into the Inniaz, and if they drop the Scarab God here, I am just going to Spectral Sailor at their end step. Yep, and swap something with the Inniaz as well. And I could just swap the Staggering Insight. Like, I don't want to give them anything special here. So I'm giving the Spectral Insight and the Staggering Insight. And they control the Insight now, but it is attached to our creature anyways, so that's kind of really annoying. Which is a neat little interaction, by the way. GG. We are playing against Kaya, and I think I need to counter her because most of my cards are 1-drops. But yeah, this hand seems to do that just fine, right? Playing 1-drops and countering her, that is. Farmland, assistance, swing in. Yep. Okay, Yarok's Fenderker. I am going to discard the... Is it... I don't know. Is it bad that I want to discard the Staggering Insight? I guess it is. I think I'm going to discard the Stroke. Okay. Swing in. And... they're going to not counter something. Lovely. Yeah, put that onto the assistant. Like, I'm feeling I could just Stormtamer the activation here, but at the same time, the Kaya is such a huge threat to me that I'm just not going to do it. Well, that's just unfortunate. Yeah, I should have played... I think I should have played around it, like, as soon as they had mana up here. It was pretty annoying. Yeah, syncopate you. And yeah, we are really on the back foot here. It is not looking great. Aw. Yeah, misplayed big time. Kaya is just such a huge, like, threat against our deck. That is something nice, though. That does mean that they, swing in for 2 each other. Ah, yeah, it's just, not looking great. Unwind, yup. We counter that. Hopefully they play something else that it's worth bouncing. But I think I just need... Like, I don't want to bounce the Yarok's Fenlurker here as well. Like, I don't want to bounce either of them, which is super awkward, right? But I need to just do this here. Anyways. Swinging with those. And then I can play the Inniaz, and the Stormtamer keeps Inniaz protected. So that's nice, but the board wipe will hurt a lot. Oh, that smells like board wipe. For sure. If it's a cry... Yeah, it is a cry. Oh yeah, misplay. That was greedy. And if I don't draw a land here and... Okay, so now I hope that they don't have removal again. And if they don't, I'm fine, but... Oh yeah. Perfect. Not perfect. GG!
I heard you had some dead trees that needed to stay dead.
So we're done with the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and this deck is quite flashy, so to speak. One thing that I believe didn't come into play, because I had one game not recorded, like out of pure accident, and that was a game where I Aven Mindcensor in response to a migration path, and they whiffed on land. So that's the power of Aven Mindcensor didn't really come into play, like in the games that you actually see here. But like, I just love this deck. It's beautiful, elegant. It feels like mono blue. It is mono blue pretty much, and it is just tempo. Like the decks we struggled against were obviously Kaya. Like Kaya is so good against this deck. Like just removing our cheap flyers and whatnot. It is truly amazing. And then we had the game against Belzenlok where we struggled, right? I think we could have gotten back, but man, that red presence really hurt. Anyways, like obvious improvements you can make is like switch up the removal suit a bit. Like currently I'm more focused around non-creatures, right? This deck like really counters non-creatures, like, and preys upon the control decks really. Maybe you want an Acid Scattering here, maybe not. I just don't know what to cut. Like, for example, Unwind is so amazing in this deck because, like, Rewind is okay because it's 4 mana is a lot, but Unwind is just hits all the right buttons pretty much. And for the rest of the deck, yeah, Inniaz is just really mean. Remember that you can swap some auras. Not all of them will gain you the same benefit, basically, right? This versus this, for example, one of them works, one of them doesn't. But yeah, it is something beautiful. You should totally try this deck out. It is also hint on the list for my top 10 decks to play for the upcoming Brawl event on September 4th. And if you enjoyed this deck, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.